Good morning. It's nearly afternoon, but not quite. It's 11:30 a.m. and I always look over at the camera stupidly and see how many wrinkles I have. So I won't look. I'll just stay looking at you. It's much safer. And I said I'm just going to prop this up quickly. There you go. It's mildly crooked, but it's not too bad. So I've just been thinking about the fact that today is Friday, so I thought that I would plan together a meal. And rather than just have your regular meal, on a Friday night we often do something really easy, although during the weeks at the moment, every night we're having something easy. Tonight I thought I would do like a platter of finger food, but I don't want it to be expensive. I just want it to be simple. So I thought I could do some salsa. I thought I could do kind of dippy things, maybe some guacamole. The kids would eat nacho kind of tortilla type chips with theirs. I'm just sitting here kind of racking my brain as to different types of things that I could have on a platter. I'm going back to do some work this afternoon and I'm not going to be in till 5:15. It's Friday and I'm still trying to implement their tasks that they do, which is tidying up their room and getting it ready for just end of week stuff, just making sure they've put their washing out, make their beds. So I'm going to make sure they do that, and then I thought we could sit down and have some dinner together and just make it a communal thing. What would you call it? Manufacture some relaxing time together before we all kind of fly off into our activities, and just prepping those before I have to go back to work this afternoon. So I've got a few hours, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. I've got 2 or 3 hours. I'd like to think that I've got a lot of stuff on hand that I can use. I don't want it to be hard. That's the biggest thing. I don't want it to be fiddly, and I don't want to fuss, and I don't want it to be junk. So I'm just going to make a list here. So tonight we'll have some hummus, maybe some falafel. I can do chicken, trying to factor in the protein, and then also have vegetable things on the side. That would be fun for us to eat. I can do some meatballs. I've got plenty of mince to defrost. So if we had 3 meatballs each and 3 falafel, and chicken. So that's plenty of protein. Then I'll do cherry tomatoes, cucumber. I will make some salsa, so that will be corn and tomatoes, onion and cucumber, I think. Or maybe I'll do the cucumber, mint and yogurt. That's really yummy. I don't want to go down the track of chicken nuggets or anything like that. It's not really appealing to me. Yeah, so it's like an antipasto platter, but not. Maybe I can just do chicken kebabs and just maybe some cheeses. Olives, that would be nice. Capsicum. I think I've got olives that need to be used up in the fridge. Anyway, so that's my mission for today. I'm going to go get the bits and pieces that I need. I'm going to show you one really cool trick. If you have got leftover greens, predominantly I use this trick with lettuce and celery. It can work on others, I suspect, but if you can see this celery, it's pretty wilted. So what you do is you cut off the baddest bits, the bits that you think are just completely unsalvageable, like this brown piece of the stalk. I'm going to cut that off. But I'm going to keep the limp bits because they're still green, they're not brown or slimy or anything like that. I'm going to fill this up with fresh water, if you can see that. It's about 2 inches deep, 10 centimeters, and I'm going to put some sugar in it. I put a couple of tablespoons of sugar in here and dissolve it, and I soak it in here. And within a few hours, it will regain its crispness. Sometimes you can leave it overnight. Don't leave it in the water too long because it'll start doing the reverse and go soggy and off again. It really does bring it back to life, but I'll show you how it works when it happens today. Back from the store. So I have brought tomatoes because I'm going to make a salsa like that. It's got onion, celery, tomatoes, coriander, bit of chili, and sun-dried tomatoes and black pepper. I'm going to do some diced chicken on kebabs. I'm just going to marinate it for a little bit now and then put them on the skewers before I leave for work. I've brought some crisps that can go with the dips like the hummus and the basil pesto, things like that. I've brought some falafel balls ready-made. They're called falafel bites, and it's simply because I didn't want to faff around with trying to roll them. So these were $6 for, it looks to be about 20 or so in there, 350 grams. Some basil pesto chunky dip, some seriously good garlic aioli because, and some capsicum. So I'm going to get to making sure these things are marinated, and I've defrosted some beef mince that I'm going to make some meatballs. So I'm going to make sure that those are made and get them in the oven. I might try and cook them for half an hour before I go to work. I must add in that one of the things I haven't factored in is that I don't have serving platters. I just have dinner plates. So it's just gonna be a mishmash of bowls and plates, and I'm gonna try and make it look as inviting as I can. So first of all, I'm gonna marinate the chicken because that's just tossing it in with some spices. Then I'm gonna make the salsa while the mince is continuing to defrost. I could probably make this myself, but I love this particular garlic and herb salt on my chicken. It's delicious. So I'm halfway done making the salsa. This tomato was actually a bit of a job getting done because it's very finely chopped. And I've just remembered I've got to make myself some lunch before I go to work. So I'm chopping up some tomato, I've added red onion. And remember that little trick I told you about the celery? Getting firm when you put it in some sugar water? It's like a tablespoon or two just put in water. So if you can see, there's not much water in there, probably about 5 centimeters, maybe an inch. And look at the celery. It's just firmed up again, it gives it new life. So I'm going to use half of this in my salad and I'm going to use the other half in the salsa. Salsa, can you see that? So the clock is on because I have to go to work at 2 o'clock and it's 1:30. So I've made the salsa. Now I'm going to skewer the chicken on these kebabs. I have bought wooden ones in the past and I find that they burn. So I'm just going to use the metal ones so that I can put them in the oven. And I'm hoping that they work. I can give them away to the secondhand store if they don't work. I'm hoping that these are going to be better than buying the wooden ones. Anyway, wish me luck. See how much I can do in half an hour. I'm still going to make the meatballs. So I've decided that the meatballs isn't necessary. And I'm pretty sure someone from the future was calling out to me saying, don't do it, don't do the meatballs. When I looked at it, the falafel, the chicken, the hummus, it's more than enough protein. I needed more vegetables. What I ended up finishing doing was making everybody a salad for lunch. So I normally make myself a salad to take with me for work. I made a bowl of salad for my children to have when they get home from school because I'm usually not here. So they come home and they always have a large bowl of salad. There's some cold chicken also that they can eat as well. So I'm off to work now and I'll have to hope for the best when I get home that I've prepared enough. I think it should be fun though. The only other thing I've got to do is chop up vegetables, carrot to go with the hummus, capsicum or extra for the dipping, and I'm going to do a cucumber. Hang on a second, what's it called? A cucumber and mint rayata, something like that. It's yogurt and mint and cucumber. So I'm home from work and I'm getting started with the cooking. I've got the kebabs and the falafel balls and I'm going to get everything else ready. And the kids are doing the bathroom and they've done their bedroom and I've promised them some food at the end of it. Just like that, it's all over. All that work, it's all been eaten. And I've just gotten changed. My husband and I are gonna go out. The kids have gone off to youth group. My 17-year-old took one of our vehicles and has gone to his group, so we don't have to bring him home. We just have to go get my daughter from her home group when she's finished. Just the way things shift as the kids get older just never ceases to amaze me. Just the fact that they're so independent, but they're not. They still really need us. Loved the meal. It was such a good idea. I'm glad I put the effort in. We started eating at 6 after the kids had done their chores. We didn't finish till 6:30. We started packing up. We all had to head off about 7:15, 7 o'clock. It was just really good conversation, really good hangout time. They were buzzing because it was yummy food. Everyone was happy and totally full by the end of it. We did not need the meatballs, that's for sure. So I think I might do that again. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it every Friday, but if I feel like we need to have some time together, I will do that, because it's such a nice way to spend the evening. Like, it's the end of the week, we're all kind of winding down anyway. We don't have to be, like, it's not essential that we get to youth group on time. You know, it's not like a job or anything you're going to get in trouble. Slowing things down and making space. Good decision, Wendy. Glad that I made the effort. We are going to go and have a drink together and just enjoy a few hours before it's Betty Bo's time. Bye for now.